Do y'all hear this, kids? Every fucking morning. And she just screams for no reason. Just to scream. I've gone out there and I'm not out there, but I've looked at my window. She's just literally standing there by herself. No, the kid's playing with her, screaming. Why is that necessary? Whatever. Good morning. Hello. So it's been probably close to a month. I don't know when I uploaded it, but it's been about a month since I recorded my last video. I don't think it's been up for a month, but that's how long it's been since it's been recorded. So much to tell. Let's see. Things are doing good here. I've got no complaints. Even though it's getting ready to sound like I am complaining, I'm just stating facts. I'm not complaining. I'm very happy with my life, regardless of the ups and downs and the so-called setbacks. I know I'm exactly where I am supposed to be, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's good enough for me. So I guess I'll start with my car. I was heading home from Durango November 1st. And everything's fine. I just stopped and got some... Motherfucker. I had just stopped and gotten some gas. We were on our way home. And I don't know if any of my watchers are from Colorado and know what I'm talking about. But we were heading from Durango to Dolores. And going up that really steep part. And at the top, it coasts down to go to the Hesperus station on the left. And I'm passing this utility van. And all of a sudden, my car starts decelerating. I need to talk to Carlton. And all of a sudden, my car starts decelerating. And making this really weird noise. So, I at first wanted to try and just coast down the mountain to the Hesperus station, but I was like, no. So there was nowhere safe to pull over because it's a pass, it's a pass through the mountains. There's nowhere safe to pull over on the right, so I made a U-turn to pull over on the left where the Mack trucks pause. And So I called my friend. I called my sister. Her and her man came out, picked me and my kids up. I sat there because it's like an hour away from home. And I sat there for an hour with my hood up, my door open, on the side of the road. Not one single person stopped to check on us. In South Carolina, we would have had 15 people stop and try and fix my car. I would have had half a dozen men surrounding my car trying to fix it. Colorado, no. No one stopped. Everybody looked. Colorado is not a very friendly place in that aspect. But I had my car towed. I've never had my car towed. I've never had to deal with this before, so I didn't know what to do. So I, like a dumbass, end up coasting the car down the mountain to the Hesperus station with my sister and her man behind me, making sure everything's okay. I never went over 40 miles an hour. And then I parked it. I locked it. Got in the truck with them. I started heading home with my keys in my purse. We get all the way to Mancos, which is almost halfway from Durango to Dolores. When the tow truck guy calls, says he's on his way, where can he find my keys? I'm like, well, you can find them in my purse. So we had to turn around, head back into Mancos, and I had to drop my keys off at a gas station that he was going to pass, and he just picked them up from there. So that was on November 1st. It is now November 9th or 10th. I don't remember. And my car has been sitting at the mechanic shop untouched. They haven't even looked at it. I have called them and I have explained to them the situation about how my insurance will not cover a rental car until they've heard from them. Okay, man, we'll get right on it. Well, here it is, over a week later, and I still have no rental car because they still have not touched my car at the mechanics. And there's really nothing I can do about it because I have no money to tow it somewhere else, and there's nowhere else in Cortez that I trust. We're a very tiny town with very limited resources, So thankfully I have most of what I need here at my fingertips in Dolores in walking distance. And what I need vehicles for, I've got a close-knit circle that has been more than happy to help me in my time of need. It's a very humbling experience for someone who does not like to ask for help in this kind of situation. But shadow work, right? Anyways, so I'm just sitting here waiting, praying that when they finally do look at my car, it is something that my insurance will cover since I have full coverage. And if not, I'm hoping it is not about to wipe out my entire savings because there's not much in there. My entire savings was being saved for that new journey I was talking about in my last video. That doesn't look like it's going to happen now. Not now, anyways. It's going to be prolonged several months. So we'll see. Again, not complaining, just stating facts because it is what it is, and I'm very comfortable with whatever the gods have in store for me, and have complete and utter faith that it's for my best interest. Whatever is to come to fruition is what was meant for me. So, there's that. Health/weight loss journey. Let's dive into that. So, as I've talked about before in some of my other videos, I have had several surgeries since December, multiple, and trying to repair damage done while I was married. And the last surgery wasn't looking like it was doing its job. So that was a little discouraging. And because I'd had so much surgery, I was gaining back my weight. So I was determined when I had my update from my last surgery to tell the doctor I was not having any more surgeries for the rest of the year. I was done. It wasn't working. I was done. Well, as it turns out, the surgery did work. And on the 31st, when I had my follow-up from it, I was completely and 100% discharged from my surgeon. Yay. And he said he's not expecting the issues to come back up. But if they did come back up, it was an easy fix. In and out, same day care. But as of now, we no longer needed to see each other, so we broke up. It was amicable. No tears. However, during that visit, they did weigh me. And apparently, since August 1st, I have gained 47 pounds. From August 1st to October 31st, I gained 47 pounds. Clearly, that is not normal, especially when I have been watching what I eat, still exercising, still doing yoga, still hiking, despite my knee being jacked up. Cutting out sweets and counting calories and all that jargon. There was no reason for me to still be gaining weight. So I have been struggling with my thyroids again. And after 16 months, we finally got my thyroids leveled back out. During that last blood work test, they did see that my blood sugar was spiked. So there's a chance I'm pre-diabetic, which could explain the weight gain. Also, what could explain the weight gain was the fact that they did get my thyroid level back out. And anybody who has thyroid issues knows that's a big issue. I'm also no longer premenopausal, but full-blown menopausal. It's about time. I deserve this. I earned this. So there's several factors. And see, this is why I'm talking to you guys about this, because I know a lot of people who are on a weight loss journey get so damn frustrated when they get any kind of setbacks. And you got to realize, again, I said this before, your body is a living organism. And sometimes it's several different factors. It's not just your exercise and your food intake. Sometimes there's several internal factors that you got to take into consideration. And when I found out how much weight I gained, normally I would have burst out crying right then and there and gone into a rant of self-hatred and loathing and mental abuse. But this time when I looked at it, I'm like, huh. So something else is wrong. And the doctor's like, yeah, it looks like something else is wrong. Because, they're two different. I was a surgeon, not my general practitioner. So he's like, yeah, it seems like you need to talk to your family doctor. I'm like, yeah, well, I've already got an appointment with her in a few days anyway. So, but I didn't beat myself up because I know I'm doing what I need to be doing. I know I'm busting my ass. I know I'm eating right. I know I'm exercising best I can with my knee fucked up. And I know that sometimes, like I said, there are internal factors and I can't control those. So I went to my general practitioner yesterday. And she wanted to test me for diabetes right then and there. But when I went to the lab, she put me in both arms and both hands, and all 4 veins blew out. It wasn't happening yesterday. And see, I don't know if you can see this one. We actually were stunned because when she hit the vein, she actually got some blood, and all of a sudden you can hear psh, like a needle hitting a balloon. And we both kind of looked at each other, and she's like, I've never had that happen. We could actually hear the vein blowing out. And it physically pushed the needle out of my skin. So I'm going to have to go back in a few days when all my little puncture wounds heal up. And I did talk to her. So I did talk to her about my knee. And she tried to give me a little examination. Had me laying on the table and everything. And it hurt so bad that she couldn't even perform a proper exam. So I hurt my knee the 1st of August. And yesterday was November 8th. So today's the 9th. Yesterday was November 8th. So that's August 1st to November 8th that I've been dealing with this pain. Just to be told there's a chance my knee is broken. So now I have to go see a brand new surgeon. So it looks like my surgeries may not be over for the year after all. But again, is what it is. Whatever it takes to get this body functioning as well as it possibly can, I'm willing to do and not stop until it's done. This is mine. This is all mine. Nobody else's body. This is mine. This is what was given to me. It is my duty to take care of it the best way I can. I have neglected that responsibility for years while I was married. And now I'm in a position in my life where I actually have insurance of my own. And I'm in a good headspace where I know I deserve a better life. And so that is what I am giving myself. And I suggest everybody else, anybody who's watching this, do the same, because regardless of your past, regardless of what you've done, and regardless of what people say you are, you deserve happiness and health and abundance and everything your heart desires. Sorry, I'm back. Got a phone call. Oh yeah, positivity. Yeah, and if you don't have anybody in your life who says that you're worthy of change or better or improvement or whatever your heart desires, I'm here to tell you are, okay? I'll be that person in your life. Nobody has the right to tell you what you can and cannot have. You want something, you go get it. And you don't give up until you get what you think you deserve. Just like I said in my last video, if you are on a weight loss journey or a health improvement journey of any type, even if it's not to lose weight, maybe you want to gain some weight, maybe you just want to tone up, maybe, whatever it is. If you have setbacks like I'm going through right now, don't stop loving yourself, okay? If anything, now's the time to love yourself even more. Give yourself credit. Just know that you're doing the best that you can, okay? I have no idea what I'm doing. The last thing you need to do is get too critical and let the self-loathing back in, because that's sure as hell not going to accomplish anything or get you any goddamn where. I have no idea. Okay, so anyways, oh, sorry. Another phone call. Yeah, so I know technically they tell you not to talk about this kind of stuff. It should be embarrassed and blah, 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 blah. But I'm not. A couple years ago, I would have been mortified to admit that I've gained back some of my weight, especially as much as I have. But over the last few years, I have done some growing and learned some things about myself. And again, living organism here, people. Your body is a machine. And unless every single aspect of that machine is working in unison, you're going to hit glitches. So when something doesn't go right, go to the doctors. Find out what's going on. Like, I've got the beauty of having insurance. I have been able to afford to hire a dietitian. And I think I start seeing her next month. And because, you know, maybe if I am pre-diabetic, maybe these fruit smoothies that I've been making every morning, maybe they're triggering an imbalance, you know? Just because it works for other people doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work with you, because your body is different and you need to it's trial and error, honey. You can't hate yourself if you don't respond exactly how other people respond to the same tactics. And it's just about finding what your body needs. Okay? And until you find what your body needs, you are going to continue to struggle. But don't hate your body. This is when your body needs you the most. Okay? This is your body screaming out that it needs help. So don't be self-abusive. Take a breath. Talk to any doctor who will listen to you. Find out what's wrong. And once you get all the gears moving in line, you're going to see a totally different body. Totally different outcomes. So just, don't give up. That is all for today because my sister's coming over to pick me up. We are going to go out and have a day, have some lunch, do some car shopping, and just have fun. Okay? When I say don't be a dick, I mean don't be a dick to yourself either, okay? Nobody's going to love you the way you love you. Just have patience with yourself. Have compassion with yourself. And take things one day at a time. Okay? Bye. So just a quick little update. Finally spoke directly to the mechanic today instead of the receptionist lady, whatever you want to call her. My car still has not been touched. He did say that earlier today he turned it on and let it run for a couple minutes, and without running it, without hooking it to the machine, the diagnostic machine and all that jazz, just by listening to it idling, he says it sounds like my piston's blown. So I will not cry. I will mention that I did not go in there alone. I had my friend with me. And the mechanic would not even look at me. He kept his focus on my friend the whole time. So apparently, lowly women are not important. But when a 6'4", 300-pound man walks up in there, suddenly things are getting done. But I honestly don't know what I'm going to do right now. My friend, him and his friends are all car junkies. He's said he's going to call his friend and see if he can find a new engine and just buy a new engine for my car, because it'd be a lot cheaper than tearing mine apart and rebuilding it to fix the piston. So I don't know what else to do right now. I did do a Kelly Blue Book quote, and because I pay extra on my car every month, I pay between $50 and $70 a month extra than what my car payment is. I am at the lower end of their estimate. I'm like $300 upside down. At the higher end, I would get like 4,000 more than what I owe. Now, clearly, I'm not going to get that with a blown piston. I was looking to upgrade in January anyways, so maybe I'm hoping his friend can find me a decent motor that's not going to completely wipe out my savings. It wasn't exactly the news I was hoping for. But nothing that can't change anything, you know? I just have to accept it as it is. And like I said earlier, I have complete and utter faith in my gods. I know that whatever is going to happen is going to end up being a blessing in disguise one day. So whatever bullshit I'm going through right now, eventually something good is going to happen, and I'm going to be like, well, this never would have happened if my car hadn't broken down, you know? So just got to keep a positive attitude, you know? Don't get the eye cream in the eyeball. It burns. You would think it being this close to your eye, they would make it to where it wouldn't burn. Just in case. I guess that's too much to ask for. But I don't really know what else to do at this point. Freaking out's not going to solve anything. Crying isn't going to solve anything. Having panic attacks just going to make it worse. So I'm just going to accept it for the bullshit that it is and bad timing. But at the same time, be grateful that I have a close-knit group that has my back and is willing to help me get around when I need it. So on a side note, I am taking applications for sugar daddies. I'm just saying. Hit me up. But it's been a very uneventful day, but exhausting at the same time, emotionally. That's all there is to say right now. He was supposed to have looked at my car this afternoon and give me a call, but shocker, he did not. So I'm hoping he will give me a call tomorrow and I can at least contact USAA to get a rental. That's all. I just want to let y'all know what happened at the mechanics today. So I'm going to get in bed and watch some dumbass videos and numb my brain and go to sleep. And I will see you guys later. Good night.